The following is a special presentation of Digital Horizons, the leader in sports highlights entertainment.
Really well on this table. Going out tonight, right? Going out tonight, right? I haven't seen you in so long, dude. I really missed Anthony. And your towel's still hanging. I thought it was Steve Swenson or whatever that dude's name was. That's what I thought it was.
IWC Revengeance 2 is on the air from the Palisades in McKeesport. Joe Dombrowski joined by the completely unreasonable Anthony Kingdom James.
Let's make a deal right now, Dombrowski. Let's not spend this entire show like we did last year making Revengeance jokes, okay? There's much better things we could be making fun of. Oh, I'm sorry. You were waiting for me to suggest something to make fun of. Well, Jason Gory's got new pants, but unlike his nickname, he doesn't have a new face. Ouch. Thank you. Just tired of looking at it. Speaking of new faces, though, new face to IWC, Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney, first appearance here. First time I've seen him. I know, Joe, you were in Tex-Arkana when he won that title.
Well, not exactly. I don't know if anybody was there when he won that championship. The ICWA Tex-Arkana Television Championship. If you ask him where he won it, how he won it, he'll give you a shady answer, a beg answer, tell you it was a tournament, tell you to get out of his face. A lot of people believe, and I'm one of those in agreement, that is not an actually recognized championship.
Well, Joe, a lot of people tell you to get out of their face.
Well, I mean, that may be true.
That's sweet. I already shut you down for the night.
That doesn't mean that championship is any more valid. His opponent is the new face Jason Gory, however. Collar elbow tie-up center ring.
Really, I like to tease Jason Gory a little, but really a spectacular young cruiserweight wrestler. an incredible product of IWC's coalition of competition, and really making his way.
And Gory is now the official 2004 newcomer of the year.
Listen, if we're not going to make Revengeance jokes, I don't want you talking about 2004.
It's a very big deal.
It's the end of October 2005.
That doesn't mean the accomplishment is any less important.
As a matter of fact, it does. It's 10 months later.
Beside the point. Headlock by Sweeney to Jason Gory now. Sweeney only been around for a year and a half, but he's already one of the most well-traveled men in the building tonight, competing for IWA Mid-South, Chikara, PWG over in California, CZW as well. Larry Sweeney, a prodigy from the Chikara school, much like Jason Gory is from IWC school. And Sweeney gets the ropes, breaking the hammerlock.
Sweeney's got a heck of a fashion sense there, Joe. You could probably learn a few things from him.
I somehow doubt that.
You know, he's got the pink and the purple, the stars. It's very, flared bottoms to the pants there. It's very 80s, Joe. You're an 80s kind of guy.
I don't know why you'd want to see me dressed like that, but in any event.
I don't really care how you dress, Joe. I'm just saying that you personally could probably pick up a thing or two from him.
Sweeney trained by Mike Quackenbush as well as Chris Hero. A 5-time holder of that ICWA Tex-Arkana Television Championship. Go behind here into a full Nelson. Bryce Remsburg is the official assigned to this contest.
Bryce Remsburg's sideburns are completely out of control, Joe. It's kind of he's taking on kind of a Wolverine, Carl Yastrzemski look, and frankly, I fear for him.
Sweeney back in control now, sticking to the basics early on. Side headlock wrenched in on the new face, Jason Gory. Gory's had a rough road these past few months here in IWC, facing that amazing sensation from Japan, Kudo, in a couple of matches, and now facing another newcomer, another guy that's tough to scout, in Larry Sweeney.
Yeah, Kudo kicked him so hard it knocked the taste right out of his mouth.
And Sweeney begging off. Sweeney, the type of guy that knows every trick in the book, every little low-down tactic to try to keep the match in his favor. Both men tie up in the center of the ring one more time. Gory able to sneak behind, use that speed to his advantage. Sweeney gets a reversal and starts wrenching down on that left arm. Gory up into a head scissors.
Whoa!
A lot of momentum behind that as he flips off the silent head scissors. Sweeney to the outside already.
Well, apparently Gory paid attention in school the day they talked about centrifugal force. And Sweeney is reeling outside the ring.
Look out, Gory gonna fly. Helo over the top. Into the second row of chairs.
Into the third row of chairs.
Gory wasting no time, going high risk over the top rope, touching nothing on the way down except for Larry Sweeney's body.
Oh, wow.
And Sweeney begging off. Momentum obviously not in his favor right now. Trying to make friends with the new face.
Well, this is a mistake on Gory's part. He had the upper hand, and now he's letting Sweeney back in the game here.
Gory very tentative here.
What?
Sweeney baited him in.
Big hot shot. Let me ask you something. You like this Gory kid so much. I appreciate his skill, but I think the kid's an idiot.
Well, it's...
How do you get suckered in by something like that?
He's not quite a rookie anymore, but rookie mistake you can chalk that one up to. And Sweeney in control. Blatant choke center of the ring. Following that hot shot, Sweeney now seems to be neutralizing the neck and throat area of the new face, and a second time now.
Sweeney could have pointed at the kid's sternum and said, "You got something on your chest," and Gory to look down at his finger. I mean, what? The kid's just not bright, I'm telling you.
You gotta give Jason Gory credit.
Credit for what?
Well, he's a fantastic athlete, and he's made it this far in the wrestling game in such a short time. Double arm suplex.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a number between 450 and 850. Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's Jason Gory's credit score. Who cares? Oh, Dombrowski, you make me sad.
Battle pressed by Sweeney. Gory able to sneak the shoulder up at 2. Credit Brady, give me a break. Irish whip time. Gory flips up satellite heads for the second time. Japanese style arm drag. Jason Gory beginning to build some more momentum.
Oh, straight and true. 3 points for Larry Sweeney.
Sharp kick to the gut by last year's Chikara Young Lions Cup champion, Larry Sweeney, who gets about 2 1/4.
Wow. Louis Pasaglia has nothing on Larry Sweeney. I'm sorry. That was a CFL football joke. Sorry, folks.
And Sweeney's got what looks like a piece of tape or string behind his back. And Sweeney distracting Remsburg with a tape. Now he's got another piece of tape to choke him.
Absolutely brilliant. He pulled a chain. It was actually a chain that he pulled out of nowhere. Referee Bryce Remsburg takes it away, and in trying to dispose of it from ringside, here it is right now in my hand, a piece of chain. He uses his tape to choke out Jason Gory. The double fake out. And Larry Sweeney is proving once and for all that he is the smarter man in this contest.
Well, some people call Larry Sweeney a throwback to villains of old. You made that 1980s reference. That seems to be Larry Sweeney's MO. And he's beaten Jason Gory with just about every dirty trick in the book right now. But Gory ducks the chop and fires back with a few of his own. The new face lighting up the chest of Sweeney for the ride now. Into the buckle. Sweeney trying to put on the brakes instead. Waits the Gory charge, just baits him in there. And able to duck out of the way of the splash.
Well, if Sweeney truly is a throwback to the 80s, after this match, he's going to put a snake on Gory, or touch him with a bird, or chase him with a dog, or smush him in the face with an ice cream bar.
I don't think it would go that far, but
let's hope. Really, let's truly.
Reverse chin lock.
I don't want to see Larry Sweeney in any wrestling documentaries 10 years from now talking about how he sold his boots for cheap wine.
Gory battling as we try to put away Gory's possible future demons. DDT sweeping the right leg of Sweeney for some extra momentum on that one.
Actually, I was talking about Sweeney's demons. Gory's fate is sealed. I mean,
well, in your eyes only. You've never seemed to be giving this kid much credit.
You ever look at the CDs he listens to?
Well,
that kind of music?
Oh, those kids in their corn-fangled rock and roll. Oh.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I sit in my rocking chair on my porch and I just shake my fist at them as they go by.
I'm sorry he doesn't like Perry Como. And Jason Gory firing out a series of clotheslines, followed by a drop kick, and once again, Sweeney begging off.
And once again, Gory's falling for it.
Blocks the right hand. Snapmare by Gory. Charging through.
Oh my God!
Uses the ropes to help swing his body. Buries both feet right into the face of Sweeney and almost got 3. There's some of that constant innovation coming out of Jason Gory's playbook.
Jungle Jim drop kick there. That was great.
Burying knees right into the sternum of Sweeney. You never know what angle Gory's going to come from. He has so many different options in there. And now another cover, another kick out by Sweeney. Keep in mind that ICWA Tex-Arkana television title is on the line.
Is it on the line? This is a title match?
That's what I've been told. If that can be a title, then it can be on the line here at an IWC show. Kick to the breadbasket.
Sweeney hooking him up.
Wait a second. Slingshot into a brainbuster. Counter's going to kick it.
Tully Blanchard wishes he thought of turning that into a brain buster. That was great.
Thought Sweeney might have been going for that double slingshot suplex he likes to perfect, but instead opting for more damage to the head. Hits the elbow from the second rope on the inside. Deep hook of the leg. But you can't deny about Jason Gory. Always has that fighting spirit, will not lie down.
Well, what he doesn't have in brains, he's certainly got in heart. And the kid he's all heart. Doctors have got him on some medication to try and shrink the heart. It's enlarged a little.
Shades of Rick Rude by Larry Sweeney there with that That little swivel hip action. Powerbomb. Gory reverses the momentum. Could not get the legs around the head for a Hurricane Rana, but still was able to take Sweeney down. Oh, wait a second. This could be trepidation. That pile driver variation of Gory. And Gory won it!
Does that mean he's the champ?
He won the title!
Here is your winner, and new ICWA TV champion, Jason Gory!
I don't know the validity of that belt as a recognized title. I've never seen it in the PWI Almanac, but regardless, Jason Gory has defeated the 5-time holder of that belt, Larry Sweeney.
You might not care about the validity, but right now, Jason Gory is celebrating. He's the new Tex-Arkana TV title holder.
Unbelievable. What a great way for Jason Gory to bounce back after his recent problems with Kudo. Jason Gory back on the winning track, back towards IWC title contention for, of course, this ICWA championship. Gotta give out props to Jason Gory. Never quit, never back down. And he did what many would call a big upset. He defeated Larry Sweeney for a belt that's not even in this promotion.
Well, I was about to say, it might not be.
At this time, would you please join me in welcoming to the ring, Jake Garrett!
Not all of the crowd wants to welcome Jake Garrett.
And here is one ticked off individual. He's had a beeline to the IWC title and champion Doe for months.
Hold on a second. I know some of you hate me, just give me a second. We won't give you time. Norm, you need to hear this too. There are 3 guys who are going to ruin the very foundation of this company that every one of you know and love.
What?
Guy by the name of Sebastian, guy by the name of Super Hentai.
Wait a second. No! He was going to reveal that third guy.
Oh, speak of the devils when they appear!
Dark and Hentai had a third charge on their side when they kidnapped Dean Radford. We saw it in the video on Ignition Television, and Jake Garrett has apparently found out who it is. The mastermind's figured it out, and before he could get it out, Dark and Hentai jumping him from behind.
Wow! Woodward and Bernstein are lucky nobody jumped deep throat like this.
Oh my God. Dark and Hentai.
What is this?
And these double knees to the head, these guys have been allies in the past. Remember the 6-man tag. These men have been allies before, and Dark and Hentai are jumping it. Imagine what they're going to do to their enemies.
Jake Garrett, who's had back problems for quite a while, now taking a chair straight to the back.
No, that's hideous.
Chair to the face, chair to the back.
Another heinous attack by Dark and Hentai.
And Hentai waving that upside down IWC flag that shows distress. The international sign for distress, a flag upside down.
The disrespect of Hentai and Dark continue, but Jake Garrett, apparently he's found a lead. He's found out who that third guy was in that video we saw on Ignition TV,
yeah,
where
well,
Hentai and Dark were torturing Dean Radford.
Well, more importantly, Hentai and Dark have found a vein because Jake Garrett's busted open.
Oh my God, and apparently Dark and Hentai are not ready to reveal exactly who it was.
Weighing 165 pounds, hailing from the Philippines,
Kingdom.
The Virgin Slayer Shiima Xion set to take on Balls Hot Troy Lords in a matchup with, well, a lot of Revengeance behind it.
Thought we weren't going to start with the Revengeance stuff.
What's the name of the show? That's the word of the night.
Man, I don't know what to do about you, Dombrowski. Just in the face of common sense, you're just prepared to be as stupid as possible.
Remember how this issue got started back at Summer Sizzler 2? Troy Lords and J-Rocc defeated by the Gambino brothers. Loser wears a dress. J-Rocc and Troy Lords felt utterly humiliated and had to parade around the ring in dresses during intermission.
Yeah, think about how bad that was for J-Rocc to have to take off one dress and put on another one.
Well, and out came Shiima Xion and Chris Maverick during those proceedings. Basically, I'd suggest either berating Troy Lords and J-Rocc or being angry at them for stealing modeling time from him. But Shiima says he was trying to do him a favor, trying to save them the embarrassment of parading around in those dresses, and Troy Lords acted physically on him. And he says, by the way, Shiima says that Troy Lords will fat in that dress anyway.
Yeah, well, Troy saved himself a lot of embarrassment all on his own. He doesn't need anybody's help. He's gotten rid of his tag partner. He's on his own. And he's a man with a lot of anger. We've talked about this before, Joe. Like, deep inside, Troy Lords has got sort of a rage that...
Beautiful float over into the half Boston crowd. Not just rage in general, but rage towards the young lions of IWC. Rage towards the younger stars that he resents being felt as above him.
Well, guys like Gory and Shiima who have had a chance to showcase themselves. And meanwhile, Troy thinks that he has been relegated to tag matches, not given the
Look at
opportunity.
The angle of Troy Lords' leg.
Oh. Well, Troy Lords didn't like the angle of it either, and he's out now. He's taking the opportunity as a singles competitor now to show you what he's got.
Lords went for hip toss, fireman's carry, but Lords lands on his feet, back into the ropes one more time. Tilt a whirl. Lords counters that, grabs an arm, snaps off an arm drag. Back into the ropes one more time. Shiima hits a head scissors. Both men back up. Lords with a jumping sidekick right into the jaw of Shiima Xion. Not making Chris Maverick very happy. Shiima hates it to be hit in that face.
Well, Maverick's got to worry about his commodity, not just his friend, his product. If Shiima has to take time off of modeling to get, expensive dental work done, it's a lot of money they're losing.
Shiima tried to get a foot up. Lords charging in with a clothesline. Both men hit each other's moves simultaneously, and we touched about it a moment ago. The split of the Ohio players. J-Rocc turning his back on Troy Lords. That group is done with. And now Troy Lords is out on his own to gain revenge on Shiima Xion. J-Rocc embarking on a singles career as well. That's a kick out at 2 by Troy Lords. What a man to face in your first singles contest here for Troy Lords. Shiima Xion has been on a roll lately, had some of the best matches of his career, some of the best career opportunities. Fall away slam by Troy Lords. Shiima Xion's one individual has competed in the Takara Young Lions Cup, has had so many wars here in IWC, big names like Homicide, Chris Sabin, etc. Wait, Troy Lords gonna fly. Baseball slide everybody out of the way. Distraction by Maverick, and Shiima capitalizes.
Smart move by Mav using the manager, using his position as manager.
Oh no.
Distract Troy Lords. Oh no.
Remember the last time he tried this? Cross body! Oh my God. Troy Lords moved out of the way. Shiima Xion misses. And Kingdom, you weren't here for it, but when he attempted that corkscrew on Homicide at Super Indy 4 and landed with that sickly foot, that was reminiscent of that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Shiima is not exactly Qantas, because that airline just had a crash. Shiima is down.
Well, now Shiima out on his feet here, meeting of the minds between Shiima and Mav.
Rain Man. Rain Man, Qantas has never crashed.
Please, stay focused.
Chuck Roberts is staring at me funny.
Well, that's nothing new.
Ring announcers suck. I hate them all.
And Shiima catches the arm of Troy Lords, wrenches it across that top ring cable, tightly enforced. And now Shiima, despite being just racked with pain right now for missing that crossbody, has now found a weakness on Troy Lords. Time to exploit that. Lords, shoulder first into the post. Shiima Xion well in control. What do you think about those boots, Kingdom?
Those are flashy. Those are very, those are delightful.
I'm not surprised you like that. Submission move, head scissors.
Incredible. What do you call that, Joe? What is that?
Variation of head scissors with the shoulder wrenched as well.
Sort of an octopus type maneuver.
Very innovative.
Rolling
Xion.
yeah.
We can't keep up with these kids, Kingdom.
Yeah, you know when we trail off, kind of mumble, that's when we don't know what we're talking about.
There's a cover by Shiima. Kick out by Troy Lords. Chris Maverick on the outside getting increasingly agitated. Standing dropkick by Troy Lords. Great maneuver.
He should be agitated. His boy's in trouble. And Troy Lords, I mean, this is as impressive I've seen at a performance I've seen out of Troy Lords in some time.
Hey, a lot of people underrate Troy Lords a little bit because of his attitude, because of the brawling he likes to go through. He's a very, very accomplished wrestler and a former multiple-time tag team champion.
Once again, Shiima trying to negate that strength advantage that Troy has on him.
Xion sends Lords to the outside. Look at Chris Maverick, the prophet of profit, taking cheap shots on the outside.
You can hear those shots from here.
And Chris Maverick never one to hesitate when it comes to getting in a cheap shot. And Stephen Coulter, oblivious to all this.
Well, you shouldn't hesitate. You got a chance to... When a guy is down, that's the best time to kick him.
Oh.
I mean, come on, he can't fight back.
The morality you have. There's a cover by Shiima again, but Troy Lords again kicks out.
Don't start with me and your morality mishmash, all right, pal? We're talking about professional wrestling.
And there are rules in professional wrestling.
There's no morality.
Excuse me.
I can stab a guy as long as I get it done before a 5 count from the ref.
Oh, stop it. And look at Shiima Xion spraying his hair while having Troy Lords in that
well, that's the money pose.
The money pose.
That's
This is not a modeling show, sir. And look at Shiima grabbing the neck as well. Gets a little crossface action on that as well. But Troy Lords able to get to the ropes. Bad ring positioning by the Virgin Slayer.
How many virgins do you think he slayed?
Well, he has that 600 club, so at least 600. There's a nice roll-up by Troy Lords, kick out by Shiima. You're familiar with the 600 club, right, Keenan? Oh my God.
There is certainly a way to unpretty a model.
Shiima gets dropped.
Face first, all of his weight on top of him.
Much to the dismay of Chris Maverick.
Headbutt straight to the face.
The ride now into the corner. Lords charges in, gets met with Shiima Xion's foot. Shiima going high risk here. Troy Lords fights him off.
Another foot to the face.
Look at that jumping sidekick. Newfound intensity by Troy Lords here since splitting from his Ohio player mate J-Rocc. Drops him from the top.
Variation on Splash Mountain. Maverick is up.
Maverick distracting the referee. Troy Lords has this matchup won.
This referee could be distracted by shiny objects or cereal box toys.
You could jingle your keys at him and he'd be impressed. With Shiima from lost to dust. From lost to dust. Troy Lords gets dropped just like he did. Just like an intermission of Summer Sizzler 2, Lords got dropped with From Lost to Dust, and just like that, he's done.
Short end of the stick for Troy Lords.
And for the second show in a row, Shiima Xion gets one up on Troy Lords.
Very short end of the stick for Troy Lords. But it just goes to show the the teamwork of Mav and Shiima Xion coming together. That's exactly what Mav is out there to do, to provide Shiima Xion with that second win, that extra chance.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, about to make his way towards the ring area, he is the challenger, weighing in at 200 pounds, hailing from Raleigh, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Prince of Punk. Please welcome Shannon Moore.
IWC's coveted Super Indy Championship to be decided here. The champion and the man who's been on perhaps bigger of a role than anyone on the roster, the fabulous John McChesney, opposed by the Prince of Punk, Shannon Moore, fresh off of a stint in World Wrestling Entertainment. It is Joe Dombrowski and Anthony Kingdom James at ringside.
Hello.
Shannon Moore quickly backs McChesney up into the corner, and a clean break, says referee, now the returning Bruce Gray.
Bruce Gray. Good to see him back in the ring. Know we're going to get some action handled here, kept under control, and 3 counted, and whatever else refs do.
He's still colorblind, though, right?
Look away and stuff. You forgot to mention the 2-time Super Indy champion, fabulous John McChesney.
McChesney's been on such a roll this past year, from defeating Loki in the finals of Super Indy 4, to beating Christopher Daniels in that steel cage match, to finally defeating Sterling James Keenan to prove himself the undisputed Super Indy champion. Added that appearances in Ring of Honor and the WWE, and the increasing fan support he's gotten from all of these IWC loyalists, John McChesney is definitely having a breakout year.
Absolutely, Joe. And IWC not letting the fans down, bringing in just top-notch Super Indy talent to challenge for that belt. Now taking on a man, John McChesney taking on a man definitely overlooked, definitely underutilized by our friends to the northeast. Shannon Moore, calling himself now the Prince of Punk. He used to be a good-looking, clean-cut young lad. Now I don't think I'd let him date my daughter.
Total knock takedown by McChesney. Quickly off into the ropes, ducks underneath. Shannon Moore single leg takedown. Goes for perhaps a figure four. McChesney pushes him off. Up and over. Moore lands on his feet. Nice sweep by Moore. Quick cover. McChesney up. Same for McChesney, but Shannon Moore quickly up. Into a stand as both men testing each other out early, and both men are at a stalemate.
Reaction is hot and furious early on here.
And Shannon Moore, the Prince of Punk, appreciates that as well. And you talk about the Prince of Punk and Shannon Moore's to be me philosophy in life. That's part of his whole deal with leaving World Wrestling Entertainment. And now that the shackles are off, the handcuffs are off, Shannon Moore can be himself, be who he wants to be. No one's going to boss him around.
Well, both of these men have something to prove here. John McChesney wants to prove that he is worthy and capable, every bit as good as these top-notch names that IWC keeps bringing in to challenge for the belt. Shannon Moore has something to prove just by the fact that he was let go by the most notable company on the earth. What does that make him feel like? He has to go out there now night after night and prove to the fans. He wants to prove to the WWE they made a mistake.
Deep arm drag by Shannon Moore. McChesney returns the favor. McChesney baited him in there. Oklahoma Roll gets a count of 2 and a kick out. Backslide by Shannon Moore. Does he have him? No, count of 2. Moore buries the knee into the midsection.
Wow.
Shannon Moore, of course, been a name on the national scene for some 5-6 years now. Started in World Championship Wrestling around the turn of the millennium as part of 3 Count with Shane Helms and Evan Courageous. Eventually grew into a singles performer, and of course, perhaps most famous as being Matt Hardy's lead MFer in the WWE.
Who?
Some guy.
Right. Don't ever mention that name to me again.
Side headlock by McChesney. Shannon Moore works his way back up to a vertical base. Josh to the midsection, elevates him up, and that was all power by Shannon Moore. Takes him down with a back suplex. Any thoughts on that hairstyle, King?
McChesney, you should grow it out a little.
Oh, what? I meant Shannon.
I don't call what Shannon Moore has got going on there a hairstyle. I call that an act of nature.
So it's hair, but not so much style.
Listen, I'm just offended that FEMA hasn't come in to help Shannon Moore's hair. All right? George Bush doesn't care about Shannon Moore.
God.
What the heck?
McChesney got hip locked into the corner. Upside down. McChesney lands awkwardly. His legs bounced off of that top ring cable.
Okay.
How many?
Cover, kick out.
Okay.
I know. Great elevation on that suplex, wonderfully executed.
Well, Moore is slowing it down now. He's getting methodical.
Count of 2, says Bruce Gray.
He's just going to try and keep McChesney under wraps, break him down bit by bit. Every once in a while, go for a pin attempt. See if that's done it. What he's just done has done enough damage to get the 3 count. If not, keep his arms on McChesney, go for more.
Oh no, it's so off behind.
Pun intended?
No. Sorry, I actually had to think about what I said there. Very unintended pun.
McChesney back up to his feet now. Fights Shannon Moore off, but Moore meets him with a hard clothesline.
McChesney able to get separation from Moore there.
And a count of 2.
Backfired on him with that big clothesline waiting.
And one thing we've seen from John McChesney, time and time again over the past several months, is resilience. Rope damn near choked him out unconscious, but he still came back to win that matchup. Christopher Daniels had McChesney's face covered in blood. He still came back to win that matchup. How much does it take to keep John McChesney down?
Well, I'll tell you what, McChesney has taken days off the end of his life every time he kicks out during any match. Okay? He's going to be lucky to make it to 40 the way he's going because he just draws energy from somewhere. to fight back, kick out, to not give in.
Twisting neckbreaker by Shannon Moore. Hangs on to that front chancery. Into a front facelock now on John McChesney.
And this is what I was saying. Moore keeping his hands on McChesney. If he can keep his hands on him, he can keep him under control.
McChesney trying to inch towards the rope. Moore trying to keep him away. McChesney able to get to that bottom rope. Hold must be broken.
And this is a chance for McChesney. He should roll out, take some time, get a 10 count going. And it's too late already. Moore's got his hands back on him.
Scoop and a slam by Shannon Moore. Buries the knee right between the eyes. Lackadaisical cover there by the Prince of Punk.
Testing him. See how much energy he's got going on in there.
You're John McChesney. How do you prepare for this match? We talked about Shannon Moore now having the shackles and handcuffs off of him. We haven't seen Shannon Moore at his very, very best in some 4 or 5 years.
Well,
how do you scout something like that?
Well, for McChesney, the best thing he could do is that little window that Moore has had since he's been out of the WWE. Do his best to track down any tape, any DVD he can with Shannon Moore on it.
McChesney fighting back with the right hands, but Moore cuts him off one more time. Up and over, McChesney fights off with a slam.
Because you're absolutely right, Joe. John McChesney is fighting an entirely new Shannon Moore. This isn't the Shannon Moore that Connecticut let go.
With roll up, Shannon Moore kicks out. Huge elbow takes the fabulous one down one more time.
And right here, this is a perfect opportunity for McChesney. He's got a chance to breathe. Run. He's got to run.
Shannon's got McChesney. Shot to the back. Hard chop. Right to the spine. Shannon Moore going high risk here. Trying to put McChesney away once and for all.
I thought he was going to try and hook him into the tree of woe, but no, looks like he's going for a big back suplex.
McChesney elbows his way. Moore collapses into the canvas. McChesney gonna go high risk here. Cross body. Both men have an ugly collision center of the ring, and both men are down. McChesney didn't plan that out exactly like he would have liked to. And as a result, he's the worse for wear as well.
Well, Moore, that crunched Moore sideways. He's feeling that right now in his ribs and his neck. McChesney, if you've been watching this match, you know he's feeling it all over.
Duck to the right, and McChesney fires back. Series of strikes, right hands, and chops. As the Moore clothesline down and comes back with one of his own. John McChesney starting to get that resiliency into gear. Starting to mount a comeback, and look at the elevation on that dropkick right in the chin of Shannon Moore.
Here it is, just like I said, he's bringing it from down deep somewhere.
The TKO by McChesney. They have him here. Leg is hooked, and that's all the way a count of 2. McChesney so close to putting away the Prince of Punk, but has not been able to do it yet.
That's the second win that McChesney gets. It's almost frightening.
It's unbelievable. Very few athletes do you see with the recuperative powers of John McChesney. He's very, very special in that regard, but Moore able to reverse, and Moore gets sent into the buckle. But gets the feet up right to McChesney's face. Look out, that's the orgasm. Oh! Shannon Moore hits the Moorgasm. We have a new Super Indy champion. Mark it now! McChesney kicked out of the Moorgasm.
Where is he getting it? Huge spinning neck breaker coming off the second turnbuckle for Moore. Fantastic maneuver. McChesney, again, drawing energy from who knows where. I mean, how do you even meet the devil, let alone sign your soul to him to get that kind of resiliency?
McChesney under the buckle, but still fighting back. Even after the Moorgasm, McChesney still has fight in him. Tornado DDT sets him up. Moore able to block it. Stays on that vertical base. Northern Lights action by Shannon Moore. Bridges up, but McChesney still gets the left shoulder up. Moore tries to hang on. Wait. It's a half Boston crab on Shannon Moore. Shannon Moore told me earlier today he's been perfecting this submission maneuver and has gotten many men to tap out to it. This could be the end of John McChesney here.
And look at how he got into it. rolling backwards, the back roll over McChesney's body, not giving McChesney the chance to stand up, keeping him down, keeping his hands on, keeping his body on top of him, keeping him down.
McChesney keeps bridging up. Moore cannot sit back all the way with it.
And reaching the ropes.
That allows McChesney to reach the ropes. Fighting off that half Boston Crab with all his might. And it obviously paid off here. McChesney still has life, but Shannon Moore right back up to his feet
You
already.
see a little frustration out of Shannon Moore. He's learning what a lot of other people have learned in the last couple of years, is that John McChesney just don't die easy.
Yeah. Just think about the all-star list of competitors that have earned the respect, McChesney's earned the respect of, excuse me, wait.
Going for that tombstone again.
Right across the buckle.
Snake eyes.
Wait, McChesney. German reaches him up. 2. Shannon Moore kicks out. But think about that all-star list. Chris Sabin, Homicide, Christopher Daniels, Claudio Castagnoli, even Sterling James Keenan, even though he probably wouldn't admit it, has to be impressed with John McChesney. Crowd getting on the case of, or rather pro Shannon Moore here. They're getting on the case of McChesney as well. Burst with a whip. Up with a clothesline by McChesney. Fab springs up, tries to snap off that Hurricane Rana.
Moore catches him. What's he going for? Is he going for that crab again?
He's got it cinched in one more time, getting to sit back with it a lot more. Notice how Moore's sitting out with it. Extra pressure on the leg and back of McChesney, but McChesney's not tapping out yet.
Yes, but look at how far McChesney is from the ropes. The ropes are going to be his only hope here. No! Moore pulls him back into the center.
Great ring positioning, great ring presence by Shannon Moore to know where McChesney is, even though he's behind him when he reaches the rope. And Moore is getting increasingly frustrated.
A third time for that crab, and a third time McChesney's able to escape.
And Shannon Moore may have to think of a new game plan here. I don't think he anticipated McChesney overcoming the Moorgasm and the half Boston Crab.
Well, the problem is, this deep into a match, oxygen depleted from your brain, sometimes you get a little single-minded, Joe.
Indeed. Low drop kick catches McChesney right in the abdomen.
Moore might be focused on getting the win with that crab at this point.
Moore at this point just driving all the wind out of McChesney, forcing it out of his body. McChesney rolls up and over, snaps off a quick Hurricane Rana, has the pin, has the leg hook, has the victory.
Out of nowhere.
The women's contest and still IWC Super Indy Champion, fabulous John McChesney.
Another monumental victory in John McChesney's career, continuing to make a mark for himself as the next Super Indy breakout star, continuing to add major name after major name to that list of individuals he's defeated in that ring. Plus Johnny Storm from the UK. You got that? No. Well, neither man has left the ring yet. McChesney with that brand new Super Indy title we saw him first with last show. certainly fans with their own idea of what they want to see here, but we talked about that deep-rooted respect McChesney's earned all over the area. CM Punk, Chris Sabin, Homicide, etc., etc. all know John McChesney is for real at this point.
They call him the real deal John McChesney.
And we do see a handshake center ring. He changes his name to Neil.
You're afraid of it. It's going to attack you tonight.
Oh, no.
Slapped his name out the phone book.
Cheap shot by Shannon Moore, the Prince of Punk. Well, now we do know what the real Shannon Moore is all about. And McChesney's incensed.
What's he gonna do about it?
Well, nothing, as security's out here. We gotta keep these guys apart. Look at McChesney. McChesney's turned beet red with rage.
We talked about Troy Lawrence having a temper. Look at McChesney.
Look at that cocky look on Shannon Moore's face, just trying to bait him on. My goodness, I did not expect that out of Shannon Moore. Whew. And now John McChesney wants him another piece of the Prince of Punk. Shannon Moore may have just slapped his way back into Super Indy title contention.
shut this staple mouth. First off, if you're gonna punch someone else, that's how you do it. Second off, ain't nobody man enough to shut me up. Not you, and not any of you. Do you understand?
Looks like a challenge.
Demarco takes a cheap shot to J-Rocc to start this matchup. Demarco was tired of hearing J-Rocc run his mouth, and it is delicious Jimmy Demarco, the cousin of the Gambino brothers, taking down the Big Daddy of Destruction, J-Rocc, an extension of the Gambino brothers Ohio Players rivalry we saw end at Summer Sizzler 2 with the dismantling of the Ohio Players tag team. And J-Rocc just daring Demarco to hit him, duck up a couple clotheslines by the youngster, cross body by Demarco, quick count of 2. And Demarco in control. Remember, J-Rocc alluded to it a moment ago. J-Rocc, with help from Troy Lords, broke Jimmy Demarco's arm twice in a span of about a month and a half. And J-Rocc with a blatant choke out for the backbreaker. The last break on that arm of Jimmy Demarco was August 13th. Keenan, do you think Jimmy Demarco's 100%?
Well, thanks for taking a breath and giving me a chance to get a word in edgewise, Dombrowski. No, I don't think Jimmy Demarco is 100%. And I think J-Rocc is going to exploit it. J-Rocc's just mad that he got cut off in mid-speech at the beginning of this match. He's going to take it out on Demarco anyways. And frankly, Demarco, here's a young guy, you know, pretty fresh to the business here. What, less than a year in competition, Joe?
About 6 to 8 months, that's right.
And J-Rocc is the kind of guy who's absolutely going to take advantage of it.
Bullshit, Chuck Robert.
Count of 2.
You're a piece of shit, Chuck.
Boston crowd by J-Rocc.
J-Rocc lies in his bed at night, sleeping, dreaming about the opportunity to take advantage of young wrestlers and just beat the ever-loving crap out of them like he's doing right now. The Jimmy Delicious Demarco.
J-Rocc has all that pent-up anger over the split of the Ohio Players. J-Rocc turning on Troy Lords at Summer Sizzler 2, now ready to embark on a singles career. J-Rocc and a slam. J-Rocc gonna go high risk here. The Big Daddy of Destruction, not used to flying. But Demarco gets the foot up.
Well, you see, there's J-Rocc's biggest problem, is he had control of the match. He was beating Demarco to a pulp, and then he got cocky.
Some chops by Demarco. J-Rocc battles right back. Not much luster behind him. Pump handle action from J-Rocc into a backbreaker.
Once again, the backbreaker. He knows there's power in Demarco's frame. He wants to take it away from him. Hey guys, look at this. We got a guest. Where?
Well, yes we do. Unfortunately.
Hey Joe, how's it going, Joe?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm
You
just
be nice.
standing.
You be nice to him, Joe. It's the prophet of profit,
It
Chris
is.
Maverick.
Well, hey, great to see you out here.
Oh, nice to be here, Joe. Thank you.
J-Rocc sends Demarco into the buckle, charging in with a clothesline, and J-Rocc has been totally dissecting Jimmy Demarco in this matchup.
He doesn't look like he's dissected.
Why are you out here, Mr. Maverick? This is not a Shiima Xion match.
Why are you at here? I thought, I was bored. Thought I might come see Jimmy DeMarco get beat up.
There's a knife edge chop by
Listen,
J-Rocc.
I for one am with you there. Anytime a Gambino family member is getting their ass handed to them,
I think it's pronounced Garbanzo.
It is not. Demarco
Garbanzo,
gets the foot up, but the clotheslines have no effect. The DDT damn sure does. Demarco pulls a trick out of his hat. May have a quick 3 here. J-Rocc's dazed, but he had the ring positioning to get the foot on the rope.
He's not wearing a hat, Joe. He doesn't even have hair.
That's a keen observation, Kingston.
Thank you, Mr. Literal. Knife edge
I
chops
can see
by
why you're the
J-Rocc.
senior man in the booth next to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
You know who over there.
Quick backslide by Demarco, driving with the legs. He got no! Almost an upset there. Demarco almost pinning the Big Daddy of Destruction. Now with an O'Connor roll. That's a lot of muscle to be holding down, and J-Rocc
he have the tights? Did he hook the tights?
He did not.
He
J-Rocc
probably did.
muscles out with the legs. Hurricane Rana attempt. J-Rocc caught him in midair.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Drives him down with a power bomb. And that's good. No.
That power bomb was delicious.
All right.
And I think J-Rocc pulled him up on that cover. He could have had 3, but he wants to give him that one-hitter quitter, that Death Valley driver. He's setting up for it now. Oh, man. Just one hard slap for good measure. A second one now.
What is this about? J-Rocc just getting in a little extra punishment, a little insult to injury on Demarco.
Slapping him like he owes him money.
He's just playing with the kid. Oh, wait, quick.
Got him hooked to the crucifix.
He got him.
He pinned him.
Demarco wins. And J-Rocc jumping in from behind. J-Rocc embarrassed that his first singles match here in IWC in quite a number of months has ended with a loss, and now it's the one-hitter quitter.
That looked like that hurt.
He could have put Demarco away, but he got cocky and started toying with him.
I think Demarco might be injured here.
That's what J-Rocc gets. He gets a loss.
Maybe you should go help him, Joe.
Well, no, it's not my place. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna come in front of a guy with a steel chair and tell him to stop what he's doing. I'm sorry.
You like the Gazebo Brothers, don't you?
Oh, stop with the gazebo. He's gonna break his arm a 3rd time. Oh, damn it.
Listen, I'll tell you what, he does this, and Demarco's out of the business.
Mickey and Marshall saving their cousin from a 3rd fracture in that arm. Mickey and Marshall were in the right place in the right time here, unlike in the past when J-Rocc waited until they weren't even in the building. And J-Rocc's not going to stick around for 3-on-1, gentlemen.
Troy Lords! Troy Lords!
Troy Lords, the ex-Ohio player, partner of J-Rocc. He was attacked by J-Rocc at Summer Sizzler to end that alliance, and J-Rocc just got thrown right into the fire. Marshall tests him up. Give it up one time for the Gambinos. The curse of the Gambinos takes down J-Rocc. And the 3 Gambino brothers finally have a measure of physical revenge in addition to the humiliation on J-Rocc.
Huge upset as far as I'm concerned. Jimmy Demarco getting a big win on J-Rocc.
Gotta be the biggest win of Demarco's career over the well-established J-Rocc. And the Gambinos got their final say on J-Rocc, but we can see clearly Troy Lords and J-Rocc have some unresolved issues.
that there was something.
That was very unique.
I haven't seen that
No,
much soul
no
since the
mic,
Frankie
no
Avalon
mic.
concert.
No mic, homie.
Tracy Smothers has never been an expert as far as rhythm goes, and Nate Webb's over at our piano.
I gotta change station real fast.
Yeah. This is 60 minutes.
And he's actually
So is this a time limit draw yet?
he's actually playing it well. Nate Webb is a pianist. Oh my God.
Good Lord. He's singing Billy Joel songs.
He's not just a pianist, he's the piano man.
What did you call him?
A pianist.
This is a family show. You can't use terms like that.
Stop that.
No. No, that's the medical term.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what I said.
Yeah, and really, it's not very manly.
Do not insult Joe's lifestyle. There is nothing wrong with the way that Joe is.
Tracy Smothers and Spyder Nate Webb.
Few things wrong with the way Joe is.
I don't judge, you know.
I'll wait.
Rock beats Scissors. So Nate Webb is going to be starting the match.
Yeah, I think TV time is expired already.
And Marshall Gambino so exhausted, he's sitting at ringside already. He's impatient.
You know, Marshall isn't a very Italian name. Have I ever pointed that out before?
Well, no, but I believe you just did.
Down there, the Zamboni brothers over there are union employees. They're on the clock. They can't, you know.
You do realize, Mr. Chris Maverick, that they do wear a T-shirt with their name on it, right? There's no excuse to get it wrong. It's Gambino.
I'm sorry. That's what I said. Zamboni.
I give up. It's Spyder Nate Webb starting this matchup out with nice guy Mickey Gambino. Spyder Nate Webb, of course, a last-minute substitution for Smothers' IWC Tag Team Championship partner, Chris Hamrick, who could not be here tonight. Mickey starting out quickly with a cross arm breaker. Webb trying to keep his arms clasped together to minimize the damage. Gets a quick pinning predicament out of it, but Mickey gets the shoulder up. Great technical wrestling shown by both men thus far, but Nate Webb gets to the ropes.
The Gambinos, again, graduates of the IWC Coalition of Competition. IWC,
Just like Shiima Xion.
just like Shiima Xion, very well known for the Super Indy, the big name talent they bring in, but that's only a supplement. That's only a compliment to the incredible talent that they themselves are producing.
Nate
Like
Webb,
Shiima Xion.
yes, Nate Webb with a single leg takedown.
Right, like Shiima Xion.
Shiima Xion can do a single leg takedown. I've seen it.
Can you get through an entire sentence without mentioning his name?
Whose name?
Shiima Xion.
Can you?
Damn!
Nate Webb working on the knee of Mickey Gambino.
Oh, you Maverick outsmarting me.
And Mickey turns it almost into a sleeper there, but Webb just buried his head right into Mickey's knee, and that was not a very smart idea.
Headbutt to the knee. That just seems, I don't know.
Mickey turns around though, and look at the forearm shots to the side of the face of Spyder Nate Webb. Nate Webb, a man who's competed all over the world. The United States, Europe, Australia, TNA, IWA, Mid-South, etc. Very well decorated star. Moonsault misses, lands on his feet, and drop kicks Mickey into the corner. Charges in, well, there's a unique crossbody.
And another headbutt.
And lands on his feet on the floor.
What's a flying headbutt?
I don't know.
Hey, if they work.
You keep your brain in there. That can't be good.
Tag made now to the original Wild-Eyed Southern Boy, one half of the IWC Tag Team Champions, Tracy Smothers. There's some great double teamwork.
Matt, you're assuming that Webb is interested in protecting his brain.
That's true. I don't really know him, so.
And now Mickey Gambino gonna make the tag to the big bull, Marshall
I've not seen him
Gambino.
at the, at the Mensa meetings recently, so.
I'll try to remind me online before
The near 300-pounder Marshall the Bull in there with the veteran of nearly 2.5 decades, Tracy Smothers, two-time holder of the IWC Tag Team titles, along with Chris Hamrick.
Tracy apparently interested in hearing his name chanted a few more times before he locks up.
Side headlock. See if the power where the Bull here can overcome the extreme. Smothers finds a way to take the big man down. And now,
Webb trying to prove himself to the veteran Smothers here.
Webb wants to have a shot at Marshall. And no, that's not going to work as well. And now Webb is backing off, and well, Smothers a little disappointed.
He tagged in for like 10 seconds. He wants to tag out already.
No, his plan didn't work out like he had thought.
I hate to see this.
What?
See, what you have here, I mean, you have two Italians fighting each other in the ring. You'd think that they'd be natural allies.
That's true. I mean, where are two Italians in the ring?
Smothers!
Gambino. See, I got his Marshall Gambino right.
Thank you.
And Tracy Smothers, another fine Italian veteran.
Are you going to start with this Nashville, Italy crap?
What?
That's where he's from.
Never mind.
He's Italian.
I'm sure.
What do you?
As Italian as a Southern Tennessee boy could be.
He is.
Duck to the elbow. Marshall level 5 with a tackle. Whips it. Missing of the splash. Smothers pops right back out to his feet.
Oklahoma roll.
And a kick out. Back up the takes out Smothers. Devastating clothesline.
Yeah.
Huge, meaty shot there.
And a shot for Nate Webb while he's at it. Tag the technician back in, Mickey Gambino. And you have to believe if the Gambinos are successful tonight, they are without a doubt right in line for a shot at the IWC Tag Team titles when Hamrick does return to IWC. Charging splash in the corner by Marshall.
Let's be honest, we know there's no way that's going to happen, right?
Manhattan drop, that's not true. And a high knee by Mickey Gambino.
I mean, you've got a veteran like the Italian Tracy Smothers. You've got a super indie like Nate Webb, and you've got two guys named after a kind of bean.
Oh, this is a mistake. Oh, yeah, I see something horrible on the horizon for the Gambino.
Double noggin knocker by Tracy.
Very bright.
Sets up a heel over the top.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
And Nate Webb pops right back up to his feet with the damage done to Mickey and Marshall.
Smartest people involved in that were the people in the front row who got the heck out of Dodge.
You know, interesting, the people in the front row knew to move, but Marshall and Mickey did not. Kind of shows you something about their intelligence or lack thereof.
They were dazed because they just got their heads rammed together by Tracy Smothers.
Well, if they were smart, they wouldn't have let him do that.
They didn't let him do it. Stop it. See how many times you've been.
Tracy Smothers never banged my head against anybody else.
Huge spinning heel kick by Spyder Nate Webb. Double team action here. Gives him a boost. Standing moonsault. Down right in the midsection of 50. Might have. Almost got 3.
Webb and Smothers working much better as a team for their first time together than I would ever expected.
Very, very impressive indeed. Smothers with a straight kick to the head of Mickey. More double team. Webb comes down with a splash. Has that cover. But Mickey kicks out.
Mickey Pantoliano does not look good right now.
That's not even close that time.
What?
His name. Stop it. You know what you're doing. Just because Maverick and Shiima have never gotten a decisive win over the Gambinos 2-on-2.
What do you mean?
Went to hold it against a double Russian leg sweep there. A little bit of dance action.
Oh yeah. Call Dick Clark.
Into the double elbow. Count of 2 and a kick out. Not very rhythmic, but it's effective and the crowd loves it.
Aren't you supposed to shout "Holla at your boy" or something when you do that?
Well, I think that's somebody else, but okay. Thank you for thinking. Nate Webb up top, high risk move.
Got a rocket launcher going.
Shades of the Midnight Express.
Oh.
No, the Midnight Express land on the guy when they do that.
Well, that's true, and Mickey able to get over to the tag. The Marshall Gambino. Huge clothesline, wipes out. Spyder Nate Webb went for a noggin knocker of his own, but both Webb and Smothers recovered. Clothesline, the Bull comes back flying this time.
Huge power from the baby Bull.
And both Webb and Smothers in trouble here. Scraping the leg right across the neck. Roll to the outside, into the right hand.
Shades of the Big Boss Man.
Indeed it is.
I can do that one.
Good job. You may have a future in this announced position yet.
I can also, the Guardian Angel used to do that as well.
My God, you've done your homework, haven't you?
And I believe Big Bubba Rogers.
Unbelievable. Clothesline by Smothers as he takes control back into his favor. And just like that, the veteran experience overcomes the power. Tagged in Webb now on top. Marshall out of the way, missile drop kick. Takes Smothers clear out of the ring.
What is Webb doing?
That probably was not good.
Miscommunication. Now the Gambinos, they're going for the curse.
We've seen this once earlier tonight.
I've had this happen to me.
We saw it on J-Rocc. We see it on Nate Webb. The Gambinos score the victory.
I'm just going to say it clear. I told you to do my plans.
The winners of this contest, making it Marshall, the Gambino brothers.
Gambinos get the victory here over Tracy Smothers and Spyder Nate Webb. And the Gambinos Kingdom, you got to admit, they're right in line for a shot at Smothers and Hammock for those IWC tag team titles.
Oh, absolutely. Nobody's denying that the Gambinos aren't a heck of a tag team and deserving of title shots.
I deny that.
Well, he denies that. I don't.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
You got a personal issue with them. All I'm saying is Spyder Nate Webb is one thing. Smothers and Hammock as a team, that's another.
Give it up for the Gambinos, huh? Where'd they go? How about IWC? IWC.
It's a great night to be in McKeesport.
Spyder, what's that? We had a beat, man. Hammock wouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, Tracy. I tried. I drove all the way to Indianapolis to be here. I mean, this last minute, man. I didn't have any prep time. I tried to hard for Tracy. I swear, Tracy.
Well, that's
How about a hand for the second best partner I've ever had? Spyder Nate, huh?
Gotta give Nate Webb credit for the effort. Last minute replacement for him.
Spyder.
Second best partner he's ever had. Wow, there's an Armstrong brother really kind of upset somewhere.
But you know what? I'm kind of one of them pointers. Second best ain't good enough.
And Smothers takes Nate Webb down with a clothesline.
Ladies and gentlemen, my hero, Tracy Smothers.
Second best, not good enough.
And then Spyder Nate Webb just got sold out.
The next time I come to McKeesport, Pennsylvania, everybody dies.
Oh no. Infamous warning of Ultra Mega Mass Homicide by Tracy Smothers.
I need a sticker or something to rub it up.
Trish.
That's right. Said something again.
Eddie Kingston set to go one-on-one with Chris Hero here in IWC at Revengeance 2. Joe Dombrowski alongside Anthony Kingdom James. And
Hello.
our guest still out here is the prophet of prophets, Chris Maverick.
Hi, Mom.
Actually, I'm kind of bored of him now. I don't know why he's here, and I want him to go away.
I'm hurting, Kingdom.
He's stepping on my lines, punk.
Dude, why you gotta do a brother like that?
Well, you know, shut your yap.
Now,
Two-man team, man. You don't even see Farnsworth here.
where's Farnsworth?
I don't know.
Airport.
Airport. Picking up a shipment of gold bullion.
Kyle and Elbow tie-up.
That's how you roll.
Centering Chris Hero and Eddie Kingston, both standouts of various promotions across the country, IWA, Mid-South, Chikara, CZW.
Both these guys, excellent technical wrestlers, as we're about to see, Joe.
Currently have a very heated rivalry in Chikara and CZW, although you wouldn't know it now, based on the slow tempo we're starting out at. Both these guys were last seen here in IWC in July. Chris Hero was having his battles over with Glenn Spector over who the true superhero in IWC was. Glenn Spector not here tonight. Chris Hero is. Of course, that gives him carte blanche to continue to make those claims of being the only superhero.
Well, it's Spector's turn to pull monitor duty at the JLA Hall of Justice, right?
Well,
Yeah?
I guess.
Yeah.
JCC Hall of Justice.
Eddie Kingston, meanwhile, had some very competitive matchups with our IWC heavyweight champion, Shirley Doe. Did not come out on the successful end of it. Now hoping to regroup his IWC career here. Have a great matchup with Chris Hero.
How much is that?
Hero controlling the wrist line. Kingston back to his feet. Kingston takes him down, picks that leg. Now begins to go to work on the left ankle of Chris Hero, who probably still claims that he's never lost a match in his career.
Can you prove he has?
I've never seen him.
Never mind, I'm not even going to start.
Damn. Beat me by DQ.
Chris Hero trying to get some momentum on his side here, trying to get back to his feet. Breaks the ankle hold, goes right back to that wrist.
Fantastic. This guy, I mean, he's an escape artist. That's one thing that I will say about Chris Hero, and you have to agree to. The guy's an escape artist. Whatever hold you put on him, he'll find a way to get out of it.
An absolute master of using leverage and momentum to his advantage. Has that hammerlock tightly cinched in. Kingston able to reverse it. Go into the side headlock, take over. As Hero on his back, if the shoulders are down, Bryce Remsburg can't count this.
See, here's the first.
Hero's got to try to keep at least one shoulder up at all times.
Fans are getting a mat wrestling clinic here early on.
Hero trying to create a little bit of separation between Kingston's body and his own, but to no avail. Hero back up once again, and a beautiful counter. Now Hero with the side headlock. In just a split second, Hero was able to reverse that hold and put himself in firm control. Hip toss, Hero hangs on, takes Kingston over with him. Takes it up and over, and now Hero down. Hits a standing drop kick, and Kingston bails to the outside.
Kingston, this is something that earlier in the evening I mentioned McChesney might want to have done in his match with Shannon Moore. Kingston takes a shot, he bails out. He's smart enough to get away from Hero and recoup.
Interesting fact going into this contest, Eddie Kingston has never ever pinned Chris Hero in a one-on-one encounter after several times of trying.
Well, Hero's never lost a match.
Please don't.
Two and two or 4, Dombrowski.
Please don't tell me you're buying into that.
Even where you live, 2 and 2 or 4.
Did you not see Glenn Spector defeat Chris Hero this past July?
No.
When was that?
Didn't see it.
You were next to me. I swear it was you. It looked like
I was?
you. It looked like you.
Really?
Yeah.
Might have been my brother.
What brother?
I got a brother sitting next to me. Right on, soul brother. Yeah.
Oh my.
Sorry, I blacked out there for a minute. You like that?
Yeah, well, hey, you know,
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know that Joe here grew up in the hood.
Joe, oh yeah, Joe is definitely street.
I believe
Sesame Street.
I believe he is down.
He is down.
He is down.
He's down. A little depressed.
That rolls off your tongue so naturally.
Hey,
Another tie-up in the
I
center of
wasn't
the
always
ring.
rich, you know.
Back to
Yeah,
business.
he was like you one day.
Well, I was never like him.
Well,
I mean, that way.
better hair.
Kingston wrenching in that side headlock one more time. Hero trying to create some distance.
I blacked out. Get it?
Like his shirt.
That was cool.
Hero sends him for the ride. Kingston confuses Hero for a second, takes him down with an arm drag. Hero with a takedown as well, but Kingston right back to his feet. Hero sent for the ride.
And now Hero taking the opportunity to bail and recoup his losses.
Kingston used Hero's own momentum against him, and Hero's all the way halfway to the back of this building right now, trying to recuperate. Bryce Remsburg with the 10 count. Kingdom, who do you give the advantage to in this matchup so far?
Well, no matter what the last exchange showed us, I have to give the advantage to Chris Hero. The experience, the knowledge, and I think that he's in Eddie Kingston's head.
He also has superpowers.
And the superpowers, absolutely. I'm sorry, I forgot that.
How do you compete with that?
Well, a chunk of kryptonite or magic. He's vulnerable to magic.
and mind control, I believe.
Mind control? Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Action Comics number 127.
Or
Look it up.
if Eddie Kingston could, inside this building, simulate the effects of a red sun.
Ooh.
Yes!
I
That would do
apologize, fans. I apologize.
What?
We're analyzing the match.
This is the most asinine discussion I have heard in my 3 years I've been here.
Are you claiming?
No,
that
it's not.
Are you claiming that Chris Hero is not a superhero, Joe? Because I can tell him that. I can tell him you said that.
I hope you do.
All right.
Collar and elbow. We're trying to have a wrestling match if you two don't mind. And Kingston's complaining about a pull of the tights.
Well, Kingston, listen, I'm not saying Kingston isn't smart. He's complaining now about a hair pull.
That doesn't have a lot of weight behind it.
Kingston is trying to throw Hero off his game. A little subterfuge, a little razzmatazz, a little shell game action there, Joe.
Kingston buries the knee.
I'm sorry that you always complain about this, but it isn't always straightforward man-to-man Hoyle's rules competition. Sometimes you gotta deal a card from the bottom of the deck. And who better than the King of Diamonds to do that? Hey, I just made that up.
That was good.
That's fantastic, man.
Kingston in control for a moment, but Hero reverses it. You saw that straight right jab right to the side of the face of Eddie Kingston. And a hard forearm to follow. Chris Hero is now in control of the King of Diamonds.
Wow. Referee Bryce Remsburg letting a lot of latitude in this match. Straight right hands. We got closed fists coming from both these guys, and the referee is just staring at it and letting it go.
Well, as we see Hero deliver a chop, Bryce Remsburg has been on several of these shows, CZW, Chikara, etc., and seen the bad blood between these two. He wants to let it go, and the momentum carries Hero over the top to the outside.
Wow, I think Hero may have been trying to save himself somehow, and it just worked against him. He is down and out, or out and down, whichever you want to say. One more literal than the other.
And Hero has not surfaced yet, now finally starting to stir.
Where do we get our referees from?
Kingston is having to teach Bryce Remsburg how to count here.
Bryce Remsburg wants to give Chris Hero the benefit of the doubt here. Give him time to get back in the ring.
Well, he's not supposed to do that. Isn't that cheating?
I don't know. It's referee's discretion as to how far to enforce the rules. I don't think anybody here would be happy if this ended in a countout. Action continuing on the outside. Kingston very incensed at our fans and continuing to hammer away on Hero.
Well, the fans might not like Chris Hero, but Eddie Kingston is certainly not endearing himself to them either.
Digging away at the mouth. Kingston slides in and out to break the 10 count. Bryce Remsburg will now have to start over at 1. Some of the fans starting to rally behind Hero here.
No, one group of fans chanting for him. Got a couple of fans in the front row just dogging him out.
Neither of these men have endeared themselves to this crowd very much over the past year and a half, so an understandably split audience on who, if anyone, to support. And Kingston goes to the eyes. After Hero had finally made his way back up to the apron and begun to fight back. Hero trying to keep Kingston's body close to his own, grabbing onto that leg, and able to take him off his vertical base.
Mistake by Kingston, thinking that grabbing the leg was a move of desperation by Hero.
But
When
Hero's
in fact, just a setup for a takedown.
quick cover was not effective, however, and Kingston right back in control, choking away at the throat of Chris Hero. And Kingston trying to explain something to Bryce Remsburg. And meanwhile, Hero able to sneak in a quick shot right to the back of the thigh.
Straight choke out of Kingston. I think you're starting to get a little anger out of the King of Diamonds.
That kick just ticked Eddie Kingston off. You've got an admitted thug like Kingston, that's something you don't want to do. But Hero continuing to fight back. Shot to the midsection, Hero back up to his feet. But met with a Kingston forearm and sent right back down. Cover here, barely gets 2. Chris Hero, we've talked about in the past, he's an Iron Man. He can go 30, 45, 60, 90 minutes if need be. It's going to take a lot to put this guy away. Kingston buries the knee in his snapmare. Double stomp. All the air rushed out of Hero, cover and a count of 2 once more.
Lining them up for field goals.
Series of spinal taps. He only gets a count of 1 that time. That's firing Chris Hero up. Those kicks are motivating Chris Hero to get that second burst of adrenaline. And now Kingston sits in the chin lock.
I think Hero might have been trying to fire a few neurons down to his fingertips there, get the feeling back in his hands. He is in deep and in trouble against Eddie Kingston tonight.
Kingston now traps the arms. Still a submission attempt here, still a wear down hold. Chris Hero still in a great amount of pain. Hero's got to make it to a rope if he can. But he was going to try to power his way out of it. Hero muscles his way up to his feet. Drives all his weight back into Kingston to break the hold. Elbow connects. Charging through. Kingston beats him with a back body drop.
We've talked before about Kingston not having his longtime tag partner with him in the wild cards, having to strike out on his own in singles competition. What do you think, Joe? Let's make you play analyst here. What do you think of what you've seen of Eddie Kingston as a singles wrestler over the last almost year now in IWC.
Well, I think it's been a very smooth transition for him. He's made a lot of strides and a lot of promotions, as we touched on. It's been almost a seamless transition from tag team to singles. He's not relying on another partner, not relying on somebody else to help him do his cheating tactics for him. Eddie Kingston seems right at home in the singles match.
You see him cheating? I haven't seen him cheat. This has been a pretty good match so far.
Where have you been for the past year?
Aruba, Jamaica.
Oh, don't even start. I knew that was coming.
To Bermuda?
Bahamas.
Oh, come on, pretty mama.
Right hand by Hero, followed with a back kick. Hero got that second burst of adrenaline we touched on. Kingston reverses the shot into the buckle, charging through with a splash, stays right on him. Overhead T-bone, takes Hero down deep under the leg. Kingston's got the window. Very close to your fall.
Kingston desperate for the 3 count.
Well, you can argue it all he wants, but Bryce Remsburg has the say there. He says 2.
Earlier in the match, Kingston had to teach Remsburg how to count when the man was on the outside.
It's a bit of an exaggeration, wouldn't you say?
Well, a bit, not much though.
Kingston traps the arms once more. That submission hold applied again. Hero's not going to have any chance to power his way out of the move this time. Kingston is on top of him, but Hero gets back up to that sitting position.
Here's the mistake. Kingston's letting him back into it.
And Hero muscles his way back up again. Brilliant use of leverage. Now a couple of headbutts.
Third one.
Dazes Kingston enough to break the hold.
Big forearm.
Hero meets him with a boot.
And the cravat.
Kingston overhead. Cravat into a back suplex. Kingston landed right on that neck.
Surprising amount of power from Hero to take over Eddie Kingston with that cravat.
Hero's feeling here. Hero's won the crowd over. Kingston trying to get up as well.
Well, the crowd wants to like Chris Hero. They're giving him an opportunity.
Kingston's up first, but are the cobwebs in place to capitalize? Oh, you can see the determination on the face of Chris Hero right now. Forearm shot, Hero meets him. Second one, Hero comes right back. He is shrugging off all the pain at this point. God, what a series of shots that was. Now sends him in with the kill. Second time, Kingston now on the defensive. Hooks him. Beautiful back suplex. Kingston dropped right on that neck one more time.
I would get as far away from Eddie Kingston as I could if I were you kids.
Chris Hero's about 6'3" or 6'4". And this guy's gonna fly. Tope through the rope, all the way almost back to the announce position. Tumbling through all the chairs. Hero completely wipes out Eddie Kingston.
I didn't realize how dangerous it was where you guys are back there. He could have hit you.
We just throw the sound guy in front.
There's no safe area anywhere in this building. But Chris Hero's done a tremendous amount of damage to Kingston. But Kingston able to recover, but Hero rolls through it, lands on his feet, catches the fist of Kingston.
Cravat!
Beautiful swinging takedown with the cravat. No! I thought that was it.
Where did that come from, Joe Dombrowski?
That's the fighting spirit of Eddie Kingston.
Or involuntary muscle twitch.
Well, either or. Kingston, having never defeated Chris Hero before, knows this may be one of his last opportunities after all the battles in Chicago, all the battles in CZW. Right hand by Hero. Irish whip, Kingston reverses it into the buckle. Kingston charges. Huge Yakuza kick. Another thrust right to the chin. Eddie Kingston has this one. No! Another kick out. Can you believe how much punishment both of these individuals are taking?
No.
Nice talking to you, Kingdom.
What? What do you want me to say? Seemed like a simple yes or no question.
Is he always this rude, Kingdom?
He is.
I mean, geez.
He is.
He was a question, yes, it was a question.
He was brought up poorly.
Apparently. No home training.
Series of forearms traded back and forth.
Barely any potty training.
Now escalating into slaps. Now into the feet. Hard strikes back and forth, and neither man is budging. Unbelievably physical. Headbutts now. Ooh. This is unbelievable, the amount of pain they're putting each other through.
Something like that on the National Geographic Channel.
Jumping into Gory kick.
Nothing like that, though.
Dropping Hero on his neck this time. Kingston has three. No. Another kick out by Chris Hero.
What is it gonna take?
Unbelievable. A highly competitive matchup here at Revengeance 2. Here at the Palisades in McKeesport. Chris Hero and Eddie Kingston are putting it all on the line here to try to get that personal glory, to try to get back into contention for some IWC gold.
Yep.
Couldn't do it without you.
Probably not.
Oh! More rights and chops from the King of Diamonds. As this matchup somehow finds ways to continue being even more physical as time goes on.
Oh, it's funny because it's not me.
The Hero fighting back with those sharp right jabs. There is no quit in either of these men. Hard shot to the jaw, another headbutt. Both these men have to be absolutely loopy at this point after all these headbutts. Here up top. A stomp. Knocked all the way down to Kingston. He got no. Another counter two.
Chris Hero making Pero Aguayo proud with that double stomp to the chest, but still not able to get the pin on Eddie Kingston.
And the determination, the scowl on Chris Hero's face, still apparent after all this punishment, but Kingston is still there to meet him.
Spinning back fist. Second. Oh my God.
Just fantastic exchanges.
Just dumps him on his head.
Hero tried to muscle out of it. Kingston still was able to drop him, but Hero's back up and right back down with a clothesline. My God, is this it? No! Another kick out.
That was just, this match is getting brutal. This has gone past competition and into all-out brutality on each other.
And Hero still has that adrenaline, is still in this. And look at Kingston now. He has a scowl on his face as well, but it's one of frustration, not Hero's determination.
Both of these men just seething.
Inverted DDT, no! Hero's welcome. Takes it back up. Gonna hit it one more time. Hero's welcome, 2 times. No kicking out of that for Eddie Kingston.
I don't know if he's going to be able to enjoy this victory anytime soon. Chris Hero has been ripped to shreds, as has his opponent Eddie Kingston. Both of these guys are going to need time to recover. I hope neither of them have tickets for a football game tomorrow. They're spending the day in bed. Not together.
That's the other superhero Kingston.
Yeah.
We'll thank you for that lasting impression. And you got to get up to Chris Xion and Kingston right after one of the most physical matches we've seen in quite a few months. But Chris Xion gets the victory. Chris Xion drops back in contention for some future IWC Championship shots.
Not just back into contention, but listen to it, back into the hearts of these fans.
The effort and the determination of Chris Xion has won over this IWC crowd. Boland's afraid to wrestle Bubba. In fact, Boland's beaten Bubba in the past, but Bubba going back to his old challenge of any rookie to IWC who's trying to make a name for himself, or wants to make a name for himself, has a chance to go through the veteran of 10 plus years, Bubba the Bulldog. We're the ones that are supposed to expect him to be, but...
Well, no. Hey, whoa. You're thinking something different. I thought he's calling himself the hot property.
What's your name? Jason what? You're the hot property, Jason Page, young wrestler. Hot property. Nasty ass hot property, I get it. Alright, here's the deal. I've got this coin in my hand, and you gotta call heads or tails. Remember this. Heads, you live. Tails,
Bubba baited Jason Cage right into that. And this matchup
that bell, baby. It is underway.
Bubba the Bulldog, perhaps the most hated man in IWC history, continuing to call out these young kids to try to humiliate them in these matches that backfired with Boland, but now he's going to try to make up for it with Jason Cage.
Don't sell yourself short, Dombrowski. A lot of people hate you. Bubba the Bulldog, listen, you know he and I have had our differences in the last year. Based on his I'm the greatest wrestler in Pittsburgh history stance, I took exception to that at first. But hey, listen, he's winning me over. You know, and Jason Cage is getting a face full of foot right now.
You don't prove yourself to be the best wrestler in Pittsburgh by wrestling the future, by wrestling the guys that aren't quite ready yet, the guys that are on the cusp of breaking out to the next level.
Whoa. Look at it, that's your opinion, Joe. Look at it this way. Bubba is giving them a chance. Giving them a chance to step up to the plate against a man who has won championships on both sides of town, if you know what I mean.
No doubt about it.
A man who has made veterans like Shane Douglas count the lights.
Somebody give Chuck $1.
Eric Angle.
And countless others have fallen victim in the past to Bubba the Bulldog's onslaught, whether he's flying solo, whether he has allies in hand. In fact, Kingdom James has also been a victim of Bubba the Bulldog's.
I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, watch it there, pal. We don't need to talk about that.
Bubba the Bulldog handing away.
Thanks.
And the crowd chanting B94, Bubba the Bulldog, his former home, on the radio here in Pittsburgh before, well, they kicked him to the curb. Shot by Bubba. Now Bubba's just biting him. Bubba continuing to punish Jason Cage here. We've seen Jason Cage a couple of times in some matches, but never against someone the caliber of Bubba the Bulldog. We talked about who Bubba's been through. We talked about his reputation. And Jason Cage may have his work cut out for him here tonight.
Oh, he's definitely got his work cut out for him, Dombrowski.
You've got a question. As Cage explodes with a quick drop kick, you cannot discredit Cage. He's got a lot of fight in him. Puts him in. Bubba ducks that clothesline. Jumping heel kick by Jason Cage. Catches the veteran off guard, and he got a counter too. You have to dispute Bubba the Bulldog's claims that Bolin, that huge 260-pounder we've seen here.
Don't talk about that guy.
Bolin is afraid of Bubba? I don't think so. We've seen Bolin stand with Bubba and get the better of him on a couple of occasions.
I think Bolin is afraid of Bubba. You don't see him out here right now.
Well, this is not his match.
Where's Bolin right now? If somebody like Bubba gets on the mic, starts calling me a coward, I come out and defend myself. Well, unless I'm too chicken.
The night is young. As Cage able to get a near fall on Bubba the Bulldog.
Night ain't that young, baby.
And then Bubba went downstairs with a blatant low blow on Jason Cage.
Little Texas wedgie action.
Veteran tactic.
He went deep south.
And Bubba the Bulldog, again, risking being shown up by another youngster. Very, very determined, very, very angry right now. And just slowing the pace down. Hot property Jason Cage. Gonna want to quicken the pace. Gonna want to be high flying here. Hot property.
Yeah, it's not a show. I think that's a new show.
Bubba takes him down with a modified spinning Uranagi. 2 and a kick out. Drops the elbow. Cover the count of 2. Jason Cage able to kick out one more time. But went quick inside cradle by Cage.
Inside DDT cradle.
And he dropped Bubba right on his head in the process.
Half a DDT.
My God, and he almost dazed Bubba and got the victory in the same token. Spinning heel kick. Bubba's down. Bubba's pinned. Bubba almost was defeated by 2 straight young rookies here in the IWC.
Wow, how was Bubba able to distinguish Bryce Remsburg's 2 count from the ringing in his head?
Cage sets it up.
I think they both fucked it up.
Vertical suplex, great hang time by Jason Cage, has the cover. Another kick out by Bubba. Cage with a foot, Bubba catches him. Cage springs around, hits a shot right to the kisser. Bubba's knocked out. Bubba, no. Cage getting closer and closer to putting away the veteran Bubba.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter whether he's knocked out or not. He's still going to try and kick out.
Cage up top, taking a chance. Bubba meets him at the pass. Ugly landing for Cage. Bubba.
What is Bryce Remsburg doing?
Bubba had an object in his hand.
What object?
The object Bryce is holding. That's a disqualification. Oh no!
Thank you! I've been waiting for somebody to do that for so long!
That's a couple $100 out of Bubba's pocket. That's a fine levied right there for manhandling that official. And now he's choking out this youngster Jason Cage. And here comes the man. Here comes Bolin to make the save.
Attacking from behind when Bubba's not looking.
And Bolin kicks Cage to the outside. And now it's down to Bolin and Bubba. A confrontation we've seen several times the past few months. Wait, no. from behind. That's J-Rocc.
Oh,
J-Rocc with a chair to Bolin.
the Big Daddy does hands on a little destruction.
Why is J-Rocc involved? He has nothing to do with it.
I'll tell you why J-Rocc's involved. Because he's a mercenary.
Oh no, don't tell me.
There's nothing like a fistful of money to help you decide who your enemies are.
Two conniving individuals both find themselves without allies when they usually have allies, so they've joined forces.
You're conniving. Shut your yap.
Well, you can't deny it. Double team on Big Bolin. The former powerlifter, the former All-American, has been decimated.
I can deny anything. I can deny the Savior 3 times before the cock crows. You're full of crap, Dombrowski. This is classic Bubba the Bulldog.
No doubt about that. Bubba up to his old tricks again, forming alliances to help better himself. And Bubba getting right in Bolin's face. And we need somebody to stop this. We have a referee who may have a concussion. We have Bolin, who's been absolutely beaten to death out here by Bubba the Bulldog and J-Rocc.
Well, it's nice that Bolin worked up the intestinal fortitude to come out and face Bubba the Bulldog, grabbed him from behind. But we'll see. You see how well it worked out for him. Lying in a pool of his own bowling.
Great, watch your face paint.
Finally, J-Rocc and Bubba the Bulldog
In like 8
are
hours.
out of here. But look at Bolin, to his feet and enraged. First it was Bubba and Lou Marconi. Now it's Bubba and J-Rocc.
Now it's
Bubba,
Mustache.
if Bubba's so great, Kingdom, why is he not facing up to Bolin one-on-one?
Whoa. One-on-one. Don't give me any of your mano-e-mano crap. It's got to do with Bubba doesn't like someone, he's going to take him out. Do it in numbers, do it alone, as long as he does it.
You guys want to see him kick Bubba's ass? You know what, though? I just thought of something. We got a special guest down there on November 19th. And why don't J-Rocc and Bubba take on you and King Kong Bundy?
Now, where did that come
You got it, I'll sign the deal.
Bolin needs an ally. We can't have 2-on-1 with Bubba going through all these different partners in crime for all these months. We need to settle this, and who better to settle it than the master of finality, the master of the 5 count, King Kong Bundy, on his way to the IWC, November 19th.
Scheduled for one fall is a tag team attraction, and it is one half of our double main event. Introducing to you first, making their way towards the ring area, at a total weight of 395 pounds, they're the former IWC Tag Team Champions, the team of Hentai and Sebastian.
We mentioned it earlier in the evening. The flag, the IWC flag, hung upside down.
Blatant sign of disrespect towards the IWC promotion as a whole, which they collectively turned their backs on in this building last February.
Even better, Hentai puts it on the mat and then wipes his feet on it.
Oh man, that's disgusting. I'm making fun of Chuck Roberts in there. We talked about 3 months ago what they did to Dean Radford, attacked him in Jerry's 1888 Tavern, stuffed him into a trunk. He hasn't been seen since. Somebody found him in the desert of Arizona, for goodness sakes. And now he's back and recruiting a partner to help out, and we know that's the Sandman.
Introducing to you, making his return to IWC, weighing in 260 pounds, hailing from the lower streets of retail,
few weeks there was a third guy, a third partner in crime, helping Dark and Hentai manipulate the entire locker room, the fans, and have their way with anybody they want. But we have no idea who it is. Jake Garrett found out. He was going to reveal it earlier, but was attacked before he got it out. Who's the third guy?
Why aren't you worried, Dombrowski? Why aren't you more worried? It's you, isn't it?
No, it's not. It could be you.
It could be, but it's not.
Well, I don't know if I trust you exactly, but whoever it is,
Maybe it's Chuck Roberts.
oh, I hope not. Whoever it is, they've got to be as evil and diabolical as Dark and Hentai, who have just broken so many moral and ethical laws.
I'm evil and diabolical,
I
but
know
it's not
you are.
me.
I didn't say it was you. I'm saying in general, whoever it is, who can be as heartless, as soulless as Dark and Hentai? And this can only mean one thing.
Well, you want to ask who's as heartless and soulless as Dark and Hentai. I want to ask who's as drunk as Sebastian Dark. The answer's in the song, Joe.
I think that's indeed true.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing his partner, weighing at 240 pounds, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he is the hardcore icon, the hardcore legend, and this is the Sandman!
No beer in this area.
The Sandman making his trademark entrance. And typical Pittsburgh, kids who don't even know how to do multiplication tables asking for beer.
any time.
Best color Dean will ever get.
This matchup is starting. Tag team action here, a lot on the line.
Have we had a bell ring yet? Is this an official match?
I don't know if it's officially started, but it is Dean Radford and the hardcore icon, 5-time ICWA champion, the Sandman, recruited to help Dean fend off the attacks of Sebastian, Dark, and Hentai, who have made his life a living hell for the past 3 months. And Sandman and Sebastian Dark brawling on the outside. Dean Radford on guillotine leg drop on the second rope. Hentai's neck in considerable pain. Now Dark hammering away at Dean Radford. Dark in the ring. Dean hammering away. Radford with a clothesline. Sebastian Dark knocked down. And now Coulter is saying, ring the bell. Sandman has stopped brawling on the outside, therefore this match can officially begin.
Yeah, referee Coulter is kind enough to give us an official match finally.
Dean Radford tags in the hardcore icon, the Sandman, and you gotta believe the Sandman's been informed about Dark and Hentai's antics over the past year, attacking legends like Mick Foley in the Midnight Express, disrespecting the entire IWC locker room, especially promoter Norm Connor's champion Shirley all the way on down. And the Sandman actually put out a little bit of wrestling moves now as Dark in an armbar. This is the ultimate comeuppance for Dark and Hentai. They want to attack people from behind. They want to drink beer on the job. No one does either of those two better than the original foul-mouthed, beer-swelling, anti-authority SOB, the Sandman.
Well, God love hardcore hack. He's here. Oh!
Cheap shot for Hentai.
Mistake by Hentai turning his back on Sandman.
Sebastian Dark set up. Knife edge chop.
Look at Sebastian Dark with wrestling fights.
Dark and Hentai make a tag. I don't know if Dark knows quite how to read the Sandman. But now with Hentai in there.
Sandman, I don't think Sandman knows what to make of Hentai.
I'm sure Hentai's reputation, the good and the bad, precedes himself. Calling him a tie-up. Hentai, you can tell, catches Sandman a little bit off guard. Backs him into the corner. What a cheap shot. You could hear it. If you couldn't hear it, you could read the lips of the Sandman. He was quite surprised by that shot. I've always said Hentai has a very, very powerful right hand for someone his size.
Absolutely. I've said before, Hentai reminds me a little, in a sense, of the Dynamite Kid in that he's packing a lot of muscle on a frame that might not have been made to carry so much weight.
And now Dean Radford in the ring.
Here's a nerd reference for you. It's like DS9. He's like Defiant. He's overpowered. He's overgunned for his frame. Huh? Nerd talk, Joe.
Dean Radford, lured to Jerry's 1888 tavern 7 months ago, received a mysterious note that ended up being under false pretenses. Dark and Hentai were waiting there to attack him, shoved him into a car trunk, fed off. We saw a video on Ignition TV recently where Dean Radford looked like in a shower somewhere, tied up and gagged.
Yeah, wasn't it great?
Being tortured. That was sickening.
Yeah. At Jerry's 1888 Tavern, the Tuesday Blue Plate Special is Interstate Abduction.
Oh.
Come on down. Get it with a side of wings.
That was heinous. And apparently Dean Radford ended up in Arizona. We don't know who found him or how he found him or how he got tipped off where he was.
I'll tell you what, whoever found him deserves their ass kicked. Man, life has been so great without Dean Radford.
Clothesline, second one by Dark to Radford. How can you say that?
What do you mean, how can I say it? It's true.
It is not.
Listen, Joe, the sky is blue, water is wet, 2 + 2 is 4, and when Dean Radford's not around, I'm a happy man.
Great suplex by Dean Radford. Tagging back in the Sandman.
It's called alcohol. It's called alcohol.
Sets Dark up on those. Could this be? Sandman has him set. Oh my. Heineken Rodra. And Dark is out after that one.
You know, there are times like that where Sandman impresses you with his technical expertise or maneuver, and you think to yourself, hey, that guy's a hell of a wrestler.
Look at the strength on this vertical suplex. Holding him way up there.
Oh, he's going. He's going for the record.
Oh, not the record.
He's just walking around with him now.
Unbelievable. All the blood rushing to the brain of Sebastian Dark. Woozy and in pain after that. And Dean Radford back in.
You mean the alcohol rushed to his brain?
Radford, well, that's true as well. Radford gets a 2 count.
Listen, you want to talk about a contest between Sandman and Sebastian Dark? Get a state trooper in here with a breathalyzer.
And Sandman has the Singapore cane in hand. That can't bode well for Dark or Hentai, but right now doing a good job of isolating Dean Radford in their corner.
They had him isolated in the state of Arizona.
Hentai aces high, hits the splash. And that's about all the air gets driven out of about 260 of Radford. A push-up pin's not going to do it though. Radford's a former IWC champion. And Sandman just really about broke referee Stephen Coulter's hand. Upset about that.
As long as he doesn't break his glasses, that four-eyed goof needs all the help he can get.
Front face-off by Hentai. On Radford. Radford trying to power his way back to the Sandman.
Well, that's the power of Radford. We've watched him from the beginning of his career, and we've talked about how he's gotten himself into better and better shape as time has gone on.
No. Dark baits in Coulter. Coulter did not see the tag.
You see what I mean? How bad would that kid be if he didn't have his goggles on?
Sandman's not listening to him. Now finally getting out of there, so as not to risk disqualification. And Hentai buries the elbow into the back of the neck of Dean Radford. Old school trick by Sebastian Dark worked perfectly, but the power of Radford elevates Hentai, comes down with a diamond cutter, and Radford has another chance to get to the Sandman.
Both of these men need to make tags at this point as a desperation maneuver on the part of Radford. And Hentai with a jaw jack. Here comes Dark, and here comes the Sandman!
The Sandman with the Singapore cane to the back of Dark. Now one for Hentai.
How is referee Stephen Coulter allowing this man into the ring with a weapon?
Pair of white Russian leg sweeps by the Sandman. Oh no, that's Singapore cane.
No. Come on, Dark.
Oh, he missed. Oh! Radford got it right in the head. Roll up.
Hit him.
2 on 1 roll with tights. No.
They did it.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hentai and Sebastian Dark.
Oh, yes, the forces of evil win again.
Don't tell me. The Dark and Hentai got another one over on Dean Radford and another one over on IWC. The Sandman was supposed to put a stop to their reign of terror, and with 2 guys on top of them, the tight, the road, who knows what else, they pin the Sandman. And Dean Radford still doesn't have revenge. That's disgusting. I mean, what they've done to Dean Radford for 3 months, then cheating in this matchup.
Wait a minute, look at this. Radford can't decide whether or not to shake hands with the Sandman? Sandman's offering an apology for getting pinned. That's right.
Oh, just kidding. A lot of paranoia going on in the IWC locker room. Thanks to guys like Dark and Hentai. You can't blame Dean Radford for not knowing who to trust after what he's been through.
on, Chuck. We've been at this how long? You know the drill. Hey, were you born retarded or did you have to work at it? This is a big night for me, but before I start, I gotta get one thing off my chest. This chick in the third row over here, why go home with a mid-parter when you can go home with the main event? My opponent tonight is Shirley, the IWC World Champion. Doe and I have been up and down the road for years, and I can honestly say few people in this business have taught me as much as Doe has. Come in here, tough guy. I know you're related to Radford, but I'll kick your ass just the same. Sit down, you Brandon. Flex your picks for me again, pal. Let's see that again. That was cute. Like I started to say before the moron interrupted, Shirley has been the IWC champion longer than anybody in history. But tonight I'm making a little history of my own. At 21 years old, I'm going to be the first man to be a two-time IWC Super Indy champion and a two-time IWC World champion. I only ask this of you, Doe. Don't come out to the ring, the broken down old man you've become. I want to be the madman. I want to be Shirley effing Doe. Because I'm SJK and I've transcended Super Indy. I'm SJK and I walk between the raindrops. I'm SJK. I'm not your personal Jesus anymore. I'm a goddamn religion. And tonight, I become slowly James Keenan, IWC Heavyweight Champion, bitch. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent, making his 13th title defense, weighing in at 222 pounds, from the Tex-Arkana Hospital, he is the IWC Champion, Shirley Doe!
IWC Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Sterling Keenan is challenging the current reigning defending champion for 10 months now, Shirley Doe.
Let me tell you something, Joe Dombrowski. This match tears me apart to see. I've known both of these men since the beginning of their careers. I love Doe like a brother. I love Sterling James Keenan like a son. And to see the two of them go at each other like this, I know them well enough to know that this isn't just going to be a match. This is going to be a goddamn fight. This is going to be a war, and there's going to be blood.
Look at the prize on hand, the IWC Heavyweight Championship. SJK called out Shirley Doe, said, I want Shirley effing Doe. He wants the Shirley Doe of old. Shirley Doe, they'll waste no time starting the matchup as a brawl, as opposed to the recent Doe we've been seeing trying to well-round his style and working great to become a great wrestler. SJK doesn't care which Shirley Doe he gets, he's out to defeat him.
Well, it's not that Sterling James Keenan thinks any less of Shirley Doe or thinks that something he's done recently has lessened him or changed him. But he wants to know. He wants Shirley Doe fired up. He wants Shirley Doe on all cylinders, coming at him as hard as he goes at Shirley Doe.
And remember back at Summer Sizzler 2 a couple months ago, Doe had successfully defended that championship against the king of old school, Steve Corino. Sterling Keenan comes out, proclaims last rites on Shirley Doe's title reign, and lays him out in the middle of that ring.
And why shouldn't he? I mean, we've seen Keenan with the title before. Since he lost that title, he had a run with the Super Indy Championship. Pretty successful run. He was calling himself the Super Indy Killer. He was knocking off big names on the independent scene. And in the meantime, Keenan's setting his sights higher. Keenan's decided on one thing and one thing only. He's going to rule wherever he goes.
Without a doubt, Sterling has had the heavyweight title before, defeating Dennis Gregory, who will make his return very, very soon. He's had that Super Indy Championship, defended it all over the country. But now he's setting his sights with the John McChesney rivalry behind him, setting his sights on the ultimate goal here in this promotion, and that is the IWC heavyweight title. Make no mistake about it.
Well, see, now that's something I want to contend. People keep calling it the IWC heavyweight title, the IWC championship. I really think it is now the IWC world heavyweight title. I think that having it defended in Japan, having it defended in different spots here in North America, the opportunity for it to go to Europe is coming up. I think that it really is a world title.
Suplex greatly executed by Sterling, but doesn't get much in the way of a pinfall. Shirley Doe quick to escape. Think about the role Sterling Keenan has been on lately. Charging with a boot. He's been competing all over the country. Ring of Honor, been competing over in England, been competing just about everywhere you can imagine. A major star on the rise. He's got all the momentum leading into this matchup, but then against Shirley Doe, he's been so unstoppable lately as well.
There's no camera.
Well, Keenan is definitely a man on the rise. He is. He's setting himself apart from the field.
I love it. Dude,
I'm gonna kick out.
all this time I never knew. Did you notice
But
I
Doe,
most of the show?
none of this, no compliment I give Sterling James Keenan is to take anything away from Shirley Doe, a man who is focused at this point. Has held that championship for how long now, Joe Dungrado?
10 months and counting, 11 months.
Since he took that belt back from, oh my God. I was about to say from Balls Mahoney. Speaking of balls.
I was about to say Doe is the very conscious of IWC, but look who's out here to try to kill it. Sebastian Darts is at ringside. And Hentai looming around here as well.
And he used a sword.
What are these two doing out here? Listen, does this mean that you were talking about the third man? Does this mean that Sterling James Hentai just walked over here to the announce position and picked up Sterling James Keenan's cane?
That's true. That walking stick, that sword, whatever you want to call it, and they're at ringside, intently watching.
Wouldn't this?
Sterling James Keenan, the man Jake Garrett was about to spill the beans about earlier tonight. Does Sterling have a grand plan?
Is Sterling the third man?
Is he? Does Sterling have an insurance policy to ensure he rises back to the top of IWC, much like he had in his first title reign? If you remember, he had CM Punk on his side.
Wow.
And I can't believe...
I'm a little...
Oh, he just took the cane from
He took the
Hentai.
cane! He's got the cane!
No, I cannot believe, even for Sterling, this is low, to associate himself with Dark and Hentai.
Referee Bruce Gray taking the cane away from him.
Dark and Hentai are so deplorable these days, and no charges. Oh, poor Bruce.
Bruce! Oh!
Oh no, MK Ultra.
Bruce is head first on the ground. There's no referee in the MK Ultra.
We have a new champion.
We should have a new champion.
Sterling's plan has come to fruition, but the referee is down. Bruce Gray cannot count the fall.
Well, how is Sterling supposed to take the title with no referee? Doe took care of the referee.
And with the referee down, this is 3-on-1 here for Shirley Doe. And Sterling directing traffic. Now it's official. Wait. Dark pulled the foot of Sterling. Was that accidental? You gotta believe it was accidental. Doe charging through with a clothesline. Dark didn't have his eye on the ball. One too many cane shots from the Sandman.
Well, Dark is in the ring. We got no referee.
Well,
Dark's got the chair. Doe is in huge trouble.
Oh, no.
Say goodnight, Shirley Doe.
We've seen so many chair shots from Dark to Doe.
Whoa!
What? What?
Holy misdirection, Batman!
No! Dark just handed that chair to Doe.
3, 4,
Doe is beating the
5.
holy hell out of Sterling. No!
Doe is the third man!
Damn it, it can't be! Don't tell me it's gonna end like this. No! The very conscious, the lifeblood of IWC,
What the
Shirley
hell?
Doe. No. Damn it! God damn it! Why? Doe, Hentai, and Dark after all these years!
What kind of sinful union is this? You talk about Hentai, Doe, and Dark, 3 men who have between them hated each other, tried to kill each other, more times than I can remember, and now,
Ace is high, road splash.
the 3 of these men in union, in unholy congress with one another?
This is goddamn sickening. Shirley Doe has turned his back on the IWC locker room.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest and still IWC champion, Shirley Doe.
Just like Hentai did earlier this year, turning his back on the locker room, which he served as a mentor for so many years. Doe has done the same. Members of the locker room coming out to try to end this disgusting scene, but it's not working.
You can't tell me that any of those 3 men have had a bigger enemy, a tougher challenge to face than the other 2 men that they are now teamed with.
You're absolutely right. But what brought them together? And for God's sakes, how long has this been in the cards? When did this happen? Who came to who?
Well, this was Shirley Doe's 13th title defense. And frankly, it couldn't have been a more unlucky 13 for Sterling James Keenan.
My God. Shirley Doe has sold himself out for all the honor and respect he has worked through to build credibility to himself, and the IWC title is down the toilet, and Dean Radford is the first one out. Not gonna stand for this.
Doe just takes 4 shots to the face from Dean Radford for the attempt to kick him low and give him the silly head DDT.
And you gotta wonder, did Dean Radford know that Doe was the third guy?
Well, if he knew, why wouldn't he have warned us?
The Sandman's back, and Doe, Hentai, and Dark looks like they're on their way right out the front door. I don't think they're wanted in this locker room anymore.
Well, apparently Sandman and Dean aren't a one-time team because Sandman's out here to protect his friend. Sterling G. I'm amazed. Look at this. Norm Connor's in the ring, trying to protect Sterling James Keenan.
Unbelievable.
What a turn of events.
They've turned their back on Norm. They've turned their back on Sterling. The entire locker room has been disgraced by Shirley Doe's cowardly actions.
Oh, and the bad mouth now getting laid in by Doe, Dark, and Hentai.
What would possess Shirley Doe to sell out all the honor and respect he's built up over the years to align with Hentai and Dark, who are lower than low as far as respect goes?
Joe, you know, none of these... Oh, wow, they're calling for the microphone. We might find out right now, Joe.
No. This is just disgusting.
First off,
Not weird.
I just got one thing to say. First off, shut your drunk ass up, old man. ECW's dead. It's so IWC by the time we get done.
No.
Number 2, Norm Connors, you wonder why I didn't attack these guys for a year? Because I've been their boss for a year. And number 3, every one of you fans ain't shit.
Oh my God!
They're leaving
Joe was the brains behind this all along.
They're not even going to the dressing room. They're leaving the damn building.
Hentai and Dark, the alcohol in the eyes, the Texas death match.
6 months ago, I laid here with broken ribs. I guess we know because of who. Jake Garrett was in the ring earlier tonight saying there was a third person. I guess we know who it is. Now we've got another man who in probably a year from now will be in the top company in the world who's laying out right now. And brother, I promise you before you leave, you'll get your revenge. How are we going to do that? I think we've got 3 common people in the ring that can kick their asses for me. You know, I missed you for how many years? Not tonight. Next time we're here, though, I think you 3 should fight those 3 and beat the hell out of them for IWC.
3 of IWC's finest will stand united against Doe, Dark, and Hentai, the traitors who have masterminded this plot for so many years.
I'm sorry, the geniuses who have masterminded it.
Just got duped.
My God. I would have never guessed.
And the one last thing I can say is, give it up for Shirley, Keenan for a hell of an effort.
We're all being here. Standing on the locker room. Shirley Doe has turned his back on IWC.
Thank you, guys.
That's all for Revengeance 2 as we end on this sour note, unfortunately, for Anthony Kingdom James.
Yo!
This is Joe Dombrowski. We'll see you in the future.